The story kicks off with Sang Hwan, panting and plopping down on the ground. Man, I am already a 5-year-old geezer this year. He's all thoughtful like, what am I even doing at my age? Everyone else is probably retired by now. He's flashing back to his life story. My life's just been one big failure. Why a failure though? Sang Hwan grips his sword, staring down the monsters right in front of him. You guys aren't gonna let me catch a break, huh? Loud noises as the monsters charge straight at Sangwon, going all out. But he ain't giving in either, rushing in to fight back. Guys my age are called sword saints, or time flashes back. Some poor girl's getting snatched by monsters right in front of Sangwon. Let her go. Back then, Sangwon was just a kid. I got no family, grew up in an orphanage. The woman tries to look at Sangwon, trying to comfort him. Sangwon, don't be scared. I am okay, so, please, run. Right after she says that, a bloody mess unfolds before Sangwon's eyes. Even the orphanage teacher screams for help everywhere. Sangwon, looking back at this, is crying his eyes out, and the other kids who were like family, they all died when the apocalypse came down from the sky. Monsters showed up and took everything from me. But I didn't give up hope, and at that moment, a knight in armor saved Sangwon's life. Standing at death's door, he just stares blankly at the tall knight who saved him. He turns his head, gives a gentle smile, and asks, "You alright?" These simple warm words hit Sanghyun right in the feels. A miracle appeared. Back in reality, Sanghyun keeps fighting back against the monsters with his sword. His face looks beat after all the fighting. I got saved thanks to him, and I wanted to be like him. I am really trying my best, so why? Against this monster wave, Sanghyun, even as a young man, still tries to fight back. Damn it. The scene in front of him freezes him for a sec. No matter how many monsters I ain't getting stronger. Not enough to protect anything. Seeing his buddies die in pools of blood, Sanghyun screams full of hate. Back in reality, Sanghyun's standing there tired, trying to get his strength back. This is killing me slow, he says. Y'all get it now? His body's shaking. He used too much juice in this fight. This body really can't hang anymore. This is kinda dangerous. The ground shakes all of a sudden, leaving him a bit confused. Before he can figure out what's up, a nasty monster shows up in front of him. Dreams? Nope. Home? Nope. Family's gone too. The monster opens its mouth wide, ready to chomp Sanghyun. He forces a smile, not knowing what to say. My life's been a total flop. The more he thinks, the more he wants to curse his life. This is it. Lord, I want to be reborn so bad. Sunlight peeks through the mess, among the monster corpses. Sanghyun took them all down by himself. Chapter 1. Player Din Sanghyun. Congrats. You cleared the ancient dragon's nest dungeon. All that fighting totally wiped him out. The more I think about it, the more unfair it is to Sanghyun. I can't even say it. Why gotta work so hard even almost 60? Full name's Din Sanghyun, 55 years old. Name's Din Sanghyun. Been a swordsman for like 30 years. But my biggest flex is just making top 100 the country. Basically, I am like a needle lost in the ocean. There are just too many players out there. Looking at the book, Sanghyun's kinda surprised, walks up to it. My reward this time's a skill book. I already ate a sacred object once. Wonder if I can eat another one this time. A crazy light shows up behind him, and he notices it. The system pops up a message. The constellation, late blooming prodigy, has joined. Then, some blonde dude shows up outta nowhere, saying when. The late blooming prodigy really digs your effort. He's spouting some stuff I can't even understand. Besides that, he's praising you for that crazy strike just now. He quickly figured out that the dude who just showed up was the constellation I made a pact with. Late bloomer chuckled, looking at the guy in front of him. Thanks. I'm super grateful he made a deal with a scrub swordsman like me. Suddenly, the system chimed in. Late bloomer alert. When a player hits level 850, all holy item and title stats double. When the player hits level 900, all holy item and title stats triple. Late bloomer's sudden glow up made Sanghyun a little awkward cause he was only level 650. Because of this crummy requirement, I haven't gotten squat from him even though he's my constellation. The system kept buzzing. Late bloomer is bugging you to chug that skill book. Pronto. Sanghyun nodded. Yeah, I was just about to. He slowly reached for the book. Let's do this. A bright light flashed. Consume holy item. This is the only skill I got when I woke up. To figure this thing out, I tried boiling and eating holy stuff. Did other stuff too, but felt nothing different. By the time I was done with my dumb experiments, 30 years had flown by. Then, when I used mana sync with a proper level artifact, I figured out how to use the artifact absorb skill. But by the time I got it, everyone else had already powered up right after waking up. So too late. Sanghyun looked all thoughtful. He slowly put his hand on the book. The more he thought about it, the more annoyed he got, and he shoved the book aside. Shouldn't this thing have instructions or something? No way this is a skill book. The late bloomer guy was just standing there, helpless. The late bloomer said that the skill details were really vague, and apologized for not being able to help. There's still plenty of time, he said. try to get on its good side again. And as the mana sink started, Sang Hwan got more and more ticked off. Plenty of time, he says. As soon as he turned his head, his face was all teary and helpless. He says, plenty of time. I am almost 60 years old. If I had a kid at 30, they'd be 30 now. And if I had a kid earlier, I might even be a grandpa already. Maybe you don't get it cause you're a constellation, but humans kick the bucket early. The system quickly flashed a message. Late bloomer sincerely apologizes if he said something wrong. Sang Hwan sighed and looked away. Nah, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just my life's a big pile of regrets. That made late bloomer perk up a bit. Can't bring that person back. I try my best to become someone like him, but I am beat. I'm just too old now. Wish I was a little younger. Late bloomer just stayed quiet. A really weird smirk popped up on his face. Still whining and feeling down? Welp, I am about to retire, so time's up. Since I am cutting my contract with you, go find another player. From the pink glow around him, late bloomer slowly floated into the air. Still stunned, clueless, what's going on? The scene I am seeing now, it's all fading away, the constellation. Sang Hwan watched late bloomer's kinda weird smile, my last memory at 55. Late bloomer used your experimental juice. Words popped up like a reboot starting. The scene switches. Bakdaimin, a reporter known as Player F, grins and tells everyone, dungeons and gates are the basic playgrounds for the awakened, or, in other words, where players work, right? Han Mai, the CEO of Mai Corp, nods. That's right, think of dungeons as the starting line for players. Gates are another space, or a way to connect to unknown places. Those are the spots you gotta explore. This is all on TV, answering questions, setting the stage for dungeons and gates, the foundation for players to grow. The two keep gabbing away, super pumped. So, what's your take on this year's dungeons? Personally, I think. Inside the room, Sang Hoon happily wipes his sword over and over. I've really been reborn. I've been a long time since I caught this show. He mulls everything over. Over the past 4 days, I've kinda grasped the sitch, but it's still a bit hazy. To be exact, I've been thrown back 30 years. I blacked out then and woke up in my dinky apartment 30 years in the past. Back then, I wasn't a 5-5-year-old geezer anymore, but a 2-5-year-old dude with all my old memories. It's gotta be thanks to the constellation's miracle that I got reborn like this. There's no other way to explain it. Sang Hyun chuckled, testing the knife, still kinda confused by the whole thing. Oh well, guess I gotta go make some dough. Venamore dagger info. Bronze, grade relic, one-handed weapon. Dagger type, +1/7 attack, +1/0 agility. A dagger for self-defense. Won't dull easily. Sang Hyun gripped the knife tightly. He thought, this bronze grade relic, I lucked out getting it, even if it's low tier. But I know its hidden skill. The system showed more info about the dagger. Calculating absorption rate. Bronze grade relic's basic stat absorption rate, 10%. Previous relic's absorption has been accumulated. Final absorption result, 20%. Sang Hyun looked super stoked to see what happened next. It's kinda low cause I haven't used it in a while, but the hidden skills, the key, initiating mana sync with the venom mode dagger. Sang Hwan knew, gets teleported to a totally new space. System, unconscious space opened. He happily checked out the space he just discovered. The unconscious space is where he absorbs the sacred objects. Every time he comes here, he gets worried, wondering what'll pop up this time. Right in front of Sanghan, a super yummy roasted chicken appears. Preparing to absorb the Vena Mote dagger, he looks amazed at the dish laid out right in front of him. A roasted chicken is waiting for Sang Huan to devour it. Barbecue grilled chicken drizzled with olive oil. Sang Huan's laughing and surprised by this. Thank goodness, it's just a normal dish this time. I was worried it'd be, like, swamp centipedes or something. If it's this, I can eat as much as I want. The system keeps showing notifications. Venemoth's dagger absorption has begun. You received +2 agility. Acquired hidden skill, scavenge. Before he could even react, the knife slowly vanished into thin air. Venomoth's dagger has been absorbed and disappeared. Back to reality, Songhun sighed in relief, checking the info screen. Kinda a shame it got destroyed, but I probably wouldn't have used it again anyway. Got the useful skill I was hoping for. Time to go. Scene cuts to a huge spatial gate, Dungeon 85, overseen by Team Dudekin. Just then, the transport captain rushed over to report. Captain Dudekin was a bit surprised to hear this. Why's the transport captain here? The transport captain anxiously explained everything he knew. One of my team members quit. A newbie, who joined 4 days ago. His name's Din Sangwin. Dakin did not seem surprised. Don't worry about that Din Sangwin. He joined the player team. This info made him even more worried. He joined the player team, not the porter team? Seeing his reaction, Dickon chuckled in surprise. I decided that. Is there a problem? The transport captain angrily replied. Of course, he just awakened. He hasn't even finished player academy. Yet you're adding someone like that to the group? If you do that, the teams will be unbalanced. How am I supposed to allocate work to? Ken? Just sighed softly. Captain, He looked terrifying as he approached the foreman, who was a little surprised. He got right up in his face. I gotta take care of everything myself, from my team to the distribution system. The transport captain forced a smile. Yes, I apologize. He had no choice but to turn and leave. Deokjin kept scolding him from behind. Honestly, if we let those porters talk, balance my ass. This made one of the team members curious. But why did you recruit that guy? I did not expect that either. He chuckled in surprise. You too. If someone's gotta die, it's that dude, not us. He needs to be useful and then bite it to shut those porters up, so we stay valuable. The group just kept on yakking about it. What's a level 1 noob gonna do? Didn't know that's what you were thinking. Sang-hyun strolled up real slow. Hey there, starting today, I am a player. Name's Ding Sang-hyun. As soon as he said that, everyone on the team went quiet. Kin was even more hyped, waiting to see what happened. Win looked kinda speechless, like he noticed everyone staring. These guys are really eager, kinda guessed it already, but they ain't even hiding it. To break the ice, Kin walked over with a smile. Finally, our newbie's here. Hey, Wen, right? Nice to meet ya. Thought you'd be late on your first day. Your weapon's a long sword, huh? Sang-hwan chuckled, scratching his head. Yeah, I watch YouTube videos to practice real careful. Hearing that, he nodded, impressed. Long swords are one of the hardest swords to use, but Sang-hwan didn't really care about that stuff. At least I can protect myself. Trust me. That made him super happy, and he burst out laughing. That's the spirit. Awesome. A man's gotta be like that, like me. Alright, let's go clear out the dungeon. Cheer up. Everyone on the team crept into the secret realm. Didn't forget to tell him, okay, remember to stay at the entrance once you're inside. They were chatting, all fearless and stuff. Wonder how many I'll kill today. Who knows? But I bet I'll get more than you. As soon as he saw Kin walk in, Sang-hwan's eyes went ice cold. He was looking down on him hard. Learning from YouTube? How lame. What does this dude think the dungeon is? He's just woken up and become a player, and he's already this cocky. Looks like this guy's asking for it. Based on my fight and experience, dungeon monsters are a total nightmare for newbies. And you're about to find that out yourself, you stupid kid. Just a few seconds later, Kin's face did a complete 180. You stupid kid. The sight in front of him froze everyone solid. This is nuts. Giant monster corpses were everywhere, victims of Sang-hwan's skills. One thought popped into everyone's heads. Who the heck is he? What I just see. Sang-hwan slowly turned his cold eyes. Monsters, the kind you see in games, books, and sci-fi flicks. Because we know 'em so well, we often think when we face 'em, monsters are super weak. Sure, compared to dragons and stuff, they're weak, dumb, and just throw punches. That's why newbies are all cocky, rushing headfirst into battles without thinking. Newbies even charge right at M, and monsters are usually pretty simple. Monsters hands quickly and easily knock out the newbies. They're about 2.5 meters tall and weigh 180 kilos, which makes newbies scream, "Let me go, you." Their size makes them way stronger than humans. That's why the monsters are nicknamed the Nightmare Wall. Back in the real world, the team kept moving forward slow. Just then, one of the guys turned around mad and said, "Hey Sang-hwan, just 'cause you're new doesn't mean you get special treatment. Pull your own weight." The guy in the back spat, all disgusted, just woke up and already acting like a player. You arrogant jerk. Hearing that, Sang-hwan could only force a smile. "I'll do my best," though he thought to himself, no one's nice to the new guy. His attitude just made him look down on him even more. Don't just do your best. Do a good job. "I'll do my best, my ass." Seeing him annoyed, Sang-hwan just smiled quiet-like. He stepped behind the dude who just made fun of him. "So, can I go to the front lines if we see monsters?" The guy was a bit surprised. "What? Are you crazy?" His face got all confused as he realized something. From behind them, a giant monster showed up, and everyone freaked. "It's a monster." Sang-hwan was kinda excited. "My first fight since I got reborn." He gripped the sword in his hand. "I got this." Before he could even finish, that dude charged the monster head-on with his shield. He looked super annoyed, like, "You idiot. Did you lose your mind or something? Moving like a turtle, and you want to swing a long sword." Sang-hwan was about to say something, but he just brushed him off, like, "Don't need your help." Then he added, "Just shut your trap and show me what you got." He sighed and nodded. "Alright, watch this." The angry dude grabbed his weapon, turning around to attack. "You should be thanking me, kid." But what he saw next made his eyes pop and his blood run cold. Thankfully, Dakin managed to block the monster with his shield just in time. It crashed to the ground, giving everyone a chance to breathe. He turned around yelling, "Did you guys come here for a picnic or what? Wake up." Chaos broke out as everyone started yelling, "I am sorry. Oh my god, Kin's amazing. Move forward. Fall back. I'll handle it." The monster's losing it, attacking like crazy, but Dijing's strength is nothing to sneeze at. "This is nothing." He stabbed the monster, kinda, freezing it in place. The people behind him cheered, "Great job, Captain. He hit its heart. It's dead, right?" But, against all odds, the monster got even angrier. It even got ready to hit back with its huge axe. Luckily, Daijing pulled back just in time, failing to finish it off. Watching them fight so hard made Shang Huang thoughtful. I watched the fight in silence. Du Duquan, probably the highest level here, but he's only level 50, so he can't do real damage to the monster. The more he fights, the more Dakin loses it, and just charges in with his sword. You bastard, take this! He uses all his strength to stab it straight through again. Seeing the monster fall gives everyone hope again. He killed it. He killed the monster all by himself. The kin happily turns around and asks, easy as pie, huh? You guys okay? Everyone immediately nods excitedly. Of course, you're super reliable, he happily says. Alright, let's get going then. Suddenly, they hear noises. A bunch of red-skinned monsters with mean faces charge forward. This is terrifying. High-level monsters, and they're armed. Captain, what do we do? D-Hang's starting to sweat too. We should probably fall back to keep everyone safe. He's worried, but thinks, what the hell? I can take one. But all of them? Just when things are looking bad, Sang-hyun steps up. I can handle this. Everyone just gets more annoyed and rolls their eyes. What'd you say? Hey, Ding Sang-hyun, are you nuts? I am sorry, Captain. I should have kept him in line. Da-Hung, seeing how dangerous things are, says, Sang-hyun, I know you're pumped cause you just awakened, but before Sang-hyun just charges, hey, you're running to your death. He doesn't even listen, just draws his sword to attack the monsters. With one single slash, he kills the monster in the lead, freezing the others. Sang-hyun laughs. This long sword's the best, cut so clean. Now their faces change completely. Ding Sang-hyun, what was that just now? A high-level monster got cut in half instantly. I saw the long sword, but still. Sang-hyun's crazy powerful with that sword. Is it because I am only level 1? That last strike didn't feel as easy as it should have. The system screen shows player info. Din Sang-hyun, level 1, title, constellation, unique skill, absorb holy relics, number of holy relics absorbed, 1, HP 200, energy 20, experience 40. The high-level monsters were super annoyed by this. Monsters were charging straight at Sangwon, but he wasn't scared at all. Even though my level's low, I've got a belly full of real combat experience. Sangwon lightly held his sword and darted past the giant monsters. Some of the giant monsters tried to chop him into 100 pieces with their weapons, but because of the protagonist's aura, he dodged easily like it was nothing. You know, I killed so many of your kind when I was young. Seeing Sang-hyun so strong confuses everyone watching. Is that really Sang-hyun? Did he really kill them all? I am not kidding. Sang-hyun keeps charging at the monsters with his long sword. You are the last one. The armored monster, huge body, hateful eyes. It charges straight at Sang-hyun, roaring as it attacks. Sensing his chance, he jumps in the air, ready to fight back. His eyes look scary, like he's gonna overwhelm everything with his killer aura. Sang-hyun grips his sword firmly, practicing his moves. The wounds on the armored monster's body are cracking open. Seeing this, Kin shouts in fear. Its skin is thick. Your attacks won't work. This is not good. Sang-won and the armored monster are still battling fiercely. Faced with a monster's overwhelming power, he shows no fear. Don't make such a big deal out of it. The armored monster's body suddenly trembles strangely, and the system displays a notification. Skill, Devil's War Level 1 activated. Clearly, it could not even touch a hair on Sang-hyun's head. Information about the skill is also explained. Devil's War, hidden skill, abnormal state hindrance, cooldown time 15 seconds when fighting the same target, skill level 1. Hinders the target whether monster or human for 2 seconds. The rate and duration of hindrance are based on the target skill resistance level. Sang-hwan smiled, ready to retaliate. Alright, you stay right there. Sensing the danger, the armored monster screamed in desperation. But alas, it was too late. Its head immediately flew into the air, red blood spurting out. Dakin and the others were bewildered, seeing the armored monster's head fall. What did I just see? Wasn't that guy just awakened 3 days ago, and that skill he just used? That is no joke. I thought the longest time hindrance was only 1.5 seconds. Everyone continued to discuss it animatedly. Isn't he also too good with a long sword? Should we ask him which YouTube channel he watched videos on? The more Dakin thought about it, the more unbelievable it seemed. Hindrance, really? Even fighting back against an armor monster. But he just awakened a few days ago. Where did he get that damn skill? Sang-hwan is still looking around, and that is it, right? Suddenly, the system displays a notification right in front of him. Congratulations, you have leveled up. You have met the requirements to receive a title. You have received the F rank title, Fearless Puppy. Fearless Puppy title rank F. Title description, Evasion +5. Seeing this, Sang-hyun pondered. I wasn't really paying attention to leveling up, but this title is unexpected. Evasion, sounds good. The system continues to display a new notification. You have not yet used your bonus stat point. Please select the stat you wish to increase. Available points. 1. He slowly reached out towards the system screen. I have decided which stat to increase. In my previous life, I realized too late that the luck stat directly affects accuracy and the drop rate of divine artifacts. That is what I really need right now. The system displays a new notification. Player's luck has increased. Just then, the kin worriedly stepped forward and asked you, "Are you really Din? The skill you just used was interference, right? Where did you get that skill?" Hearing him say that made Sang Huan a little embarrassed. "I was just reborn, so I can make good use of my skills, but I can't say that." He quickly replied, "I had it when I awakened." Clearly, the king can't believe what you were saying. Do you think that is reasonable? Don't avoid the question. You sure you're that lucky to have a diamond-tier sacred object? Or is it something even better? Sang Huan smiled and held the sacred sword out to the guy. "Want to take a look?" His face got serious. This dude seemed to get what was up. Alright then. Info about the faded silver greatsword popped up too. Common sacred object, two-handed weapon, greatsword type, attack plus 50, no effects. Just a normal-looking greatsword with no special stuff. The more Dickon thought, the more shocked he got. Like, no way. Is that really just a plain all greatsword? Then is that skill really his own? His face turned super salty. Damn it. I've been grinding in dungeons for 2 years, but even at level 50, I ain't got a skill that good. Not even close. While this guy was thinking, someone on the team yelled, "Cap, mid-boss incoming." Everyone started getting worried. The captain made up his mind quick. "Let's bounce. Thanks for making those guards easy, but don't get cocky. Your skill's cool, but it's nothing compared to the demon monster we're gonna fight." Sang Huan smirked like he was having a blast. "I almost forgot why I joined this team right after I respawned." He called out, "Cap." The guy turned, surprised. "Scared already, huh?" "Standing in front," I said serious. "If I solo the demon monster, I get the sacred object. Call it a kill reward. This team pays out based on what you do. The red stone's a sacred object you only get from demon monsters. But even if you beat hundreds, it's still hard cause the drop rate's crazy low. Back in my past life, after my team wiped on the demon monster, we got lucky and saw another team pull the red stone." Sang Hoon was surprised, listening to the congrats, Cap. People kept talking about the red stone. How'd you get it? And that thing's gotta sell for big bucks. Isn't that the only sacred object with delay skills? Hey, I don't say anymore. Let me get a whiff. Sang Huan was super curious about that item. That delay skill's exactly what I need right now. Everyone in the team got quiet listening to Sang Huan. He just kept making his demand. "No fear. If I remember right, our team splits loot based on who did what. So if I solo the monster, no problem, right?" "Right." The kin was thinking hard, listening. Seemed like Huan got how serious this was too. Getting that delay skill's a big deal for later. But most people'd be pissed at a newbie being so cocky. No one's taking me serious. These guys are getting mad. "Hey, you crazy? Who do you think you are? You just killed a few monsters and think you're better than us? You even talking about divvying up loot?" Suddenly, the kin yelled, "Hey, chill." He told everyone cold, "Do what he says." Everyone was super confused. "Cap," he went on, "but only if we can't beat the boss. Only then can you go in and solo it. Understood?" Hearing that, Sang Huan chuckled. Easier than I thought. He kept pushing. "So that means I don't gotta join this fight, right?" Annoyed, Dakin nodded, giving in. "Do what you want." The others ran after Dakin. "Cap, wait up." His face was straight up mad. That arrogant bastard. He's acting like he's the best cause he got lucky with that game-breaking skill. This time, I am clearing the dungeon and shutting him up. I'll show that guy how important experience is on the battlefield. But when he opened the door, Deacon's face went white, seeing what was there. A monster swinging a giant mace, waiting to mess him up. The system popped up a message, "You've entered the mid-boss's room." The lights started turning on slow. Everything's all dark and quiet, waiting for a big fight. Looks like that demonic monster's waiting for us. A real bloodthirsty mid-boss, huh? Denkin took a deep breath, trying to chill, then told his team, "Alright, everyone get ready to fight. Even if it looks scary, I heard it's a total pushover." He kept reminding them, "Remember the info I got. Surround it and hit it from behind." The kin just smirked, super happy with himself. "Going solo? Sorry, you won't get a chance." Sang Huan. He and his buddies charged right in. "I'll take the lead." A few minutes later, Deacon was out cold on the ground, head all bloody. He woke up real slow, looking totally lost. "What just happened?" Sang Hoon's face got all serious, not sure how to explain. "I was worried when I saw those guys running in, but who would have thought they'd just charge straight in? This is exactly why I failed back then." The others ran over to the kin. "Captain, what do we do now? If this keeps up, we're all gonna die." He struggled to sit up. Looking at that beast in front of him, he started to panic. Even those high-level monsters from before. Why are they so strong? Damn it, this is why you shouldn't trust. Advice from people in the market. Alright, we don't need to fight the boss today. Let's bail. Suddenly, the kin spotted Sang Hoon on the side. He looked super happy, like he was waiting for this. This kinda surprised him. "Hey, what's up with you?" The people around him were about to say something more. Seriously, what's wrong with you? The kin kept saying, never mind, everyone retreat quickly. Its vision is really narrow. We can chill in its blind spot. Everyone sighed in relief. Thank God. It's just a mid-level boss, after all. The kin turned to look at Sanguine. I am leaving the rest to you, Din Sanguine. He was shocked to hear that, and his face went all scary and threatening. I am warning you, if you die, don't come back to haunt me. He laughed, thinking Akin's personality was way too childish. Sangwon gripped his sword tight. Don't worry about me. I am not gonna die today. Right now, the demon monster's charging straight at Sanguine to attack. He's not scared at all, and just stands there calmly. If we just compare the demon monster's stats to mine, it'd never win, but that's when I don't have my real combat experience. Seeing Sang Huan's power, it seems strong. The demon monster's kinda surprised. This also makes the people in the exploration team a bit dazed. Did I just hear a clang? He just parried its axe. Sanguine keeps walking straight towards the giant monster right in front of him. My hand is totally numb. I guess I can only parry your attacks. Seeing his arrogant attitude makes the demon monster super uncomfortable, and it frowns. My eyes quickly seize the opportunity and rush forward. It's been a while, Cinnabar. The reason I am so obsessed with Cinnabar is because of the special effect when combining delay and my status skills. Stat-wise, it's hard to see the improved 2-second stun effect on the demon warrior because it's already pretty good. However, with my official skill, Sacred Object Absorption, I can combine the effects of different skills. So it gave me an idea, what if there was a skill that allowed me to accumulate the demon warrior's stun effect? That would be a perfect combination skill, allowing me to inflict permanent stun. If I can get the interference skill, this will be even more feasible. Sanguine then laughed and said, what's wrong? Come to me. The monster, hearing these challenging words, got super annoyed. It immediately charged straight towards Sanguine, who was just standing there. He laughed, knowing what was going to happen next. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Like this. Then I can see your weakness. The demon monster's giant axe came crashing down hard. The system also showed some pop-ups. Level 1 aquatic combat skill activated. The demon monster will be stunned for 2 seconds. Sang Huan gripped his sword, looking at its still trembling body. Deacon, seeing this, was pretty stunned in disbelief. That skill's totally op, even on mid-bosses. Sang Huan chuckled. I and the monster. Monsters are usually easy to mess with, but you're a demon monster, huh? While he was chillin', something zipped right at him. Turns out the demon monster was kicking Sanguine with all its leg strength, sending him flyin'. Good thing he used his sword to keep some space. He looked a bit annoyed as he sighed. Totally forgot about that. The demon monster was still glaring at him, regrowing itself. The demon monster's regen skill shook off the stun faster than he thought. To stun it again, gotta wait 15 seconds, so need to stall. Now the demon monster's charging Sanguine with its weapon. Enhez calculatin' silently. If he can't stun it, guess hell just have to beat it. His hits keep landin', so it's an easy win. They fought hard, and the folks behind yelled, Captain, we gotta go. Even though the guy's skill didn't work, Dakin just angrily asked why. His stuns didn't work, and they're way different levels, so why? Why's he still got that look? Sang's still waitin' eagerly. Why not now? Makes you wonder, is he really a newbie? Saying he wasn't backing down like he wasn't scared at all. I've seen this kind of thing before. If I am too weak, gotta focus all my strength on one point, forget cutting off the enemy. Instead, use their strength to pierce right through him. One punch, and the demon monster's weapon was gone. System notification. Congrats. You beat the mid-boss. The demon monster. Sanghuan stabbed the monster, leveled up, and got a ton of notifications. Sanghuan calmly watched the notifications pile up. You got the E-rank title, Demon Hunter. Title rank, E. Title description, stamina recovery speed increases 5-fold against mid-sized or bigger bosses. Sang-Win was a little curious about these new skills. I already got 2 titles. Guess that's the perk of going solo. He spotted the Daikeon crew right there. Everyone's jaw dropped, like they couldn't believe it. Sang-Hyun forced a smile. To avoid trouble like this, there's only one way. He slammed his sword in the ground and shouted, I almost died. What am I gonna do if the captain can't hurt the monster? The folks behind are laughing and cheering. Knew it. No way he could have done that much damage. The kin's a little dazed, not believing it. You mean? He looks at Sang-Hoon right in front of him. He chills out, calculating something. I ain't a fool, am I? Gave you a chance to prove yourself. The crimson stone appears in front of the kin and the others. A weird smile creeps across his face. Keep your promise. That's what he's thinking, right? He totally lost. Alright, listen up. We beat the mid-boss, so get ready for the final boss. Everyone nods. Yes, sir. Everyone sadly heads upstairs to get ready. Knew it. No way that kid beat that thing alone. Wish I had a stun skill. Forget it. It doesn't even work on the mid-boss. Sang-Hwan looked at the red quartz with interest. Now that the audience is gone, his time I ate you is not it. The system shows info. Red quartz, silver relic, special equipment, decoration, delay, health +10. Strength +10, rare item from demon monsters, crystallized power, durable. Scene shifts back to the mind space. Sang-Win's eyes went wide. A yummy bowl of noodles appeared. Spicy cold noodles with jellyfish from the Chef King. Sang-Hwan happily grabbed the noodles. Everything's going too smooth. Who could say no to that combo? The system popped up a notification, ready to absorb the red quartz. He happily grabbed some cold noodles with a huge chunk of meat. The system keeps showing notifications about absorbing redstone. For every 20% of basic stats absorbed at the silver level, your strength and health increase by 2. A dazzling light appeared, and Sang-Win used a new skill delay at the same time. You can add a delay effect to your skills now. Something felt off. He looked at the screen, totally surprised. Why am I suddenly so worried? Bind to Demon War. The system immediately showed replacement info. The delay effect has been added to Demon War. If you use Demon War before the first stun ends, you get a second, longer stun. The third one's got a 90% chance. The fourth has a 60% chance, and the fifth has a 30% chance to extend the stun effect. Sang-Hoon snapped back to reality. He got a little interested, looking at the screen, stunned for 4 seconds. Guess it works in theory, and luckily, it's real. Just then, Deacon slowly came up from behind him. Can we talk? He looked at him, surprised. What is it? He kept going forward. Right in front of us is the final boss's room. The rampaging monster. Sang-Hwan chuckled, surprised. You want me to join the fight? Suddenly, he shook his head. No, that got his attention. If I didn't make good use of a member like you, it'd be a failed captain. Let's fight together, Sang-Hwan, yeah? Sang-Hwan excitedly stood up. Just so you know, my conditions still stand. The kin readily nodded in agreement. I know. Just then, Tan Min quickly reported, we're ready to enter the boss room. The kin nodded, understanding. Is that so? Then let's go. All right everyone, stay sharp. Tan Min gave Sang-Hoon a sharp look. His gaze kinda confused him. Before I could react, Dakin dragged him away. This is the last battle. Let's grab a drink afterwards. Did he just trick me? I wonder. Scene change. Dungeon 85. The boss room. The giant monster's waiting for its next target. It looks super scary. It's known as the final boss, the raging monster. Seeing how scary it is, the people in the back are a bit worried. The king coughed a few times, reminding him, Sang-Huin, I am going in first. He nodded from behind. So we don't waste time. He grabbed his sword and stepped forward. Just stick close to me. Qian was about to say, Hyun, you really don't need to this time. He just sighed softly. Berserk monsters actually have lower skill resistance than ghost monsters, so they're easier to stun. If I stay calm and attack, then there shouldn't be a problem. What? Follow me. Since when am I confident enough to say that? When I was young, I was always scared of everything. After growing up, I struggled to survive. Sang-Hyun humbly asked the employee, can I have a spot? The employee's attitude was super unpleasant. I already told you, your level's too low. Thinking about this, he sighed, I can't live a life like that anymore. That's right, I gotta change. Change the past and the future too. To do that, I need to show everyone here. Seeing Sang-Hoon fighting the berserk monster, Dickens smiled admiringly. He really is a monster. The battle between Sang-Win and the monster goes on, with his overwhelming power. Remembering something important, he quickly turned around and reminded them. It will be stunned for 4 seconds. The system showed a notification. Level 1 demon battle skill has been activated. Hearing that, Dakin and the others charged forward, yelling, hurry up and smash it. Seeing them rush in with such obvious killing intent, the berserk monster went totally ballistic. The wounds kept popping up all over its body. Finally, the system announced, congrats. You've defeated the final boss, the berserk monster, congrats. You've cleared the prison monster's dungeon temple. Like everyone says this dungeon's too easy. I didn't even need a potion. Stunning them makes it a piece of cake. I think that guy already got a personal transporter. Should I go ask him? I was gonna ask him first actually. So, I gotta make a living too. Sang-Hyun, overhearing this, just stared, speechless. They sure turned their backs fast. I didn't even think of that. System notifications kept popping up. You leveled up. You've received the title, rank D, overwhelming power. Title rank D, title description. He just stood there, blankly staring at the system info. Status effect duration increased by 10%. Reading this, Sang-Hun chuckled. It's a title, Bonanza. Stunning for 4.4 seconds is totally op. I didn't even get a single title in my past life. But this is nothing compared to that guy. Kyung, the mad dog, the title collector, the perfect sword, has Korea's strongest swordsman player, and has got tons of titles. Just 2 years after the player era started, he became a monster who hit level 500. Before I regressed, he was the kind of guy I always looked up to, but now, I am definitely gonna catch up. From now on, if I step on the gas, I might still have a shot. Seeing Sang-Hyun so hyped up surprised everyone behind him. De-Kyung slowly approached. What are you doing? He quickly explained, stretching. Without a second thought, he happily handed over the loot. Here, good job. Take it. This totally surprised him. What? Are you possessed? Da Kyung sighed and said, you really carried this time. I'm a fair person. Well, it's just a bronze tier item, so I can be generous. Sang Hyun gave him an awkward smile. You're too honest, or are you not yourself? He chuckled, enjoying the conversation. Hey, if it was expensive, I wouldn't give it to you. In his heart, Da Kyung secretly thought, I am giving it to you because we probably won't see each other again. Even though it stings a little, I have to admit he really is in a completely different world than me. Sang Hyun, on the other hand, was still admiring his spoils. Well, I'll take it then. Behind them, Timon witnessed everything. His face was twisted with resentment. The captain only cares about that jerk cause he showed off his skills a few times. Things I've been chasing after him for so long. Isn't this too unfair? I can't take it anymore. He quickly pulled out his offhand 4. Damn it, let's just kill them. Hello sir, it's me. The scene cuts to Din's Sang Hyun's place in Zhangfajong, Zikdong district. Sang Hyun excitedly turns on an adult film. This is why I became a player. Delivering only earns about $200 a day, but it seems he's giving me double what others get. And on top of that, there's even an item. The info about Mr. Bayos ring appears. Bronze grade relic, support equipment, ring type, special effect, mitigation, strength effect, +10. The ring can only be obtained from frenzied monsters. This ring can extend the wearer's bloodlust. This result has made Sang Hyun extremely pleased. It's only bronze grade now, but it's a free relic that gives a mitigation effect. Information about this effect appears. Effect description: consume 1 mana per second to reduce the weight of all equipped relics by 1 second. Reading the information made him thoughtful. So that's why it's bronze grade. Most players will run out of mana before they swing their swords. It eats up so much mana, like most players. Sang Hwan's remembering his old self. It took him 50 years to get his skills, but now he knows them inside out. Back then, he sucked up mana items too, but the result was kinda wild. The relic's special power uses mana. It'll mess you up a bit, but hey, no more mana drain. While Sang Hwan was playing around, the system said the Berserker Ring's mana was synced. He snickered, amused. Who cares about a downside? Skills are always a plus. Cut to a private club in Gangnam, Seoul. Even with a girl in his arms, Tan Min was still raging. I ain't lying, that dude can stun for a whole 4 seconds. The guy across from him looked a little peeved. Who ya yellin' at? He jumped, realized he messed up. Sorry, Sang Ho asked, annoyed. So, you want us to get back at him for you? Tan Min quickly sat down and said, nah, that guy's trouble, for sure. He might be using some stun artifact. He was starting to freak out. So, what the heck do you want me to do? He stuttered. Team up. I want to team up. And King Guy's got a soft spot for him too. Hearing this, Sang Ho got mad. So you just want revenge? The blonde whispered to Dao Ka. You don't seem that tight with him. You do? Looks like a loser. He immediately shouted, hey! Tan Min looked up, confused. Yes. Right after, his ear got sliced off. The guy grabbed his ear in pain and screamed. Dao Ka smirked and slowly walked closer. Who do you think we are? You think we're your goons? If not, then cough up the dough. Your hand's worth something too, so I'll hear you out. Where's that bastard anyway? Cut to Enam's training grounds for round 3. Sang Hwan in the training area was beat and panting. Thinking about yesterday's meal made him feel sick. Who knew the Berserker Ring was cold cucumber soup? Eastern cold cucumber soup could KO anyone who tried it. My stomach's doing the lambada, but there's always light at the end. Sang Hwan's got way stronger. His long, thin fingers gripped the sword tight. Looks like this levels up again. It's much lighter now. The system pops up a message about the mitigation skill. Always on, no cooldown. Thanks to the holy object absorption skill, the old skill's mana drain is gone, but the mitigation effect is halved, and all holy objects weigh 100 grams more. Sang Hwan chuckled, looking at the sword. Looks like he's stuck with this great sword for a while. What if he hadn't managed to snag it earlier? This is pretty sweet. Next up, his info is up on the screen too. Name, Din Shang-hun. Level 7. Titles, Overwhelming Power, and 2 more. Constellation, Unique Skill, Holy Object Absorption. Holy Objects Absorbed. 3. Status window with skills like Strength 13, Stamina 12, Agility 12, Mana 10, Luck 16, Evasion 15, Defense 10. Looking at the details, he got to thinking. He needs to start getting the constellation's attention. Each player only gets 1 constellation, so he needs to think real hard. If I can, I want someone whole boost my best stats. Thinking about it, Sang Hwan stood up. I am not ready to attract any constellations yet. Well, just keep practicing for now. Time skip, and a fancy supercar screeches to a halt up ahead. Sang Hwan got out, looking totally wiped. Thought I was gonna croak. Training non-stop for 3 days and driving so far is killer. But hey, I got a new skill. The skill, Two-Handed Swordsmanship, a basic passive. Swordsman skill level 1, boosts compatibility with all kinds of swords, daggers, and one-handed longswords too. Cut to dungeon 101, which is solo players only. Looking around, Sang Hwan laughed, then sighed. Solo players gotta wait a month in line to get in this dungeon. Guess I should be glad it's my turn. He heard something behind him. A fancy sports car showed up nearby. Sang-Hwan looked uneasy, realizing this wasn't good. Would have thought someone would follow me into the forest. Even if I don't know what they want, I'll deal with it in the dungeon. Sang-Hwan went into the dungeon, and a bit later, Daoka and his crew went in too. He had a really smug look and smirked. Suddenly, a voice called out, "Isn't this dungeon just for solo players?" He was surprised to hear that, and paid attention. Sang-Hwan had been waiting for them to come in. Just looking at him, you could tell he was dangerous. "Don't tell me you guys wandered into the wrong dungeon. This is my turf." Hearing that, Sang-Ho laughed like head won. "You stupid?" He took a good look at the situation. They weren't just any team. Sang-Hon went on, "I won't report you. Just leave." Sang-Hon was already thinking it through. No healers or mages. They're decked out in protective gear, perfect for dungeon runs, and it's all swordsmen and archers. They're a player hunting squad, a bunch of hyenas. Sang-Ho got even more excited hearing Sang-Huan's cocky words. "This dude thinks he's hot stuff." Teen Lam chuckled. "You moron, if you die here, they won't even be able to find your body." A weird smile came over his face. The player association used to keep an eye on them. "It's been a while." He nodded back. "I know a thing or two. For teams like us, archers are the trickiest, and Achu is already drawing his bow. Alright, take care of this guy, quick." Seeing they weren't backing down, Sang-Hwan sighed. "This is exactly why I was waiting. If you want to hide 4 bodies, where's better than right here?" Sang-Ho can't take it anymore, that jerk. Daoka's eyes were cold as he told his crew, "Keep it simple." He frowned, annoyed, looking at Daoka. "Isn't this the simplest way?" I'll rip his face off. Faced with the scary threats, Sang-Ho became expectant. Good dog, listening to its master already. "Come on, do not waste time." Hearing that, Sang-Ho laughed. "You should. Shut your mouth." Before his relentless attack, you calmly stood there waiting to see what would happen. Only the fittest can survive, and what saying is more fitting for dungeons? Monsters are always threatening players lives in dungeons, but also in those dungeons, there are sacred objects that all players need. My life is always in danger. If you're weak, you die. There are no rules in the dungeon, so you kill or be killed. That's what I learned in my past life, and it still works now. So, everything that happened here was just self-defense. After taking out Sang-Ho, Sang-Hoon looked at the others and said, "What are you doing? Get over here." Hearing that, the other 3 ran back as fast as they could. Dao-Kei didn't forget to warn them to stay away, and Tian Lam told them to help get into position. Achu reluctantly agreed. "Okay, got it." He was shocked that he killed Sang-Ho. Even if he was an idiot, Sang-Ho was level 100, and she's only just awakened. Sang-Hwan's power has gotten crazy strong. He asked Chu, "Hey, where do you think you're going?" He wasn't backing down, turning to shoot an arrow. "Damn it, you idiot." He was super fast, rushing right at him. Aku's glasses just showed the arrows shattering. He was stunned, thinking, "This is insane." A second later, Achu was done for, and Dalka froze up a little. He couldn't believe it. He tossed his great sword, and Tian Lam looked back confused. Who the heck is that guy? But Dalka didn't even hear him. Meanwhile, Sang-Hwan was still chasing the 2 who were running. He looked like he was secretly planning something, meaning, Tez unarmed now, and Sang-Hwan is still happily playing chase. He's gotten too excited. Now's the perfect chance to take him out. Without a second thought, Daoka gripped his sword. Alright, Teen Lam's moving in too. Sang-Hwan's massive swords still stuck in Sang-Ho's corpse. Both of them charged at him at the same time, ready to strike. Sang-Hwan quickly moved forward, trying to yank his great sword free. He sensed something was off, and his eyes shot to the side in alarm. They both rushed him, attacking at once. A huge explosion went off. The ground's like, shattered by T.N. Lam's attack. Watching him vanish right in front of him kinda stunned him. Turns out Sang-Hwan used one hand to hold himself up. That was close. Realizing his opponent's no ordinary dude this time, Lam immediately went on the defensive. "This is nuts." Feeling a little rushed, he just yanked the knife out of Sang-Ho's cold body. At that crucial moment, Daoka suddenly grabbed T.N. Lam's head, leaving him a little dazed. "Daoka, what are you doing?" Before he could finish, Daoka coldly tossed him forward. Had turned his teammate into a shield just to survive. Teen Lam's life was finally snuffed out. He frowned a bit at that unpleasant dude. Looks like Sang-Hwan guessed his plan. Kinda figured, you're all organ traffickers, aren't ya? No matter how you slice it, you guys probably aren't cooperatin' based on trust or anything, right? Your goal's gotta be to wake up the stone man through organ transplants, right? I've been through a lot too, you know? Dao Ka laughed, surprised. What difference does it make if you know? So what if you know, you bastard? Despite his angry tone, Sang-Hwan calmly replied, "Just askin'." At the same time, he popped his level 1 Ghost War skill. "I am worried you guys are gonna bore me to death." Even tryin', Dao Ka couldn't react. The player's stunned for 4.4 seconds. His body's shaken so bad, He can't believe it. He's stunned. But how? Just cause of that little cut? No way there's a skill that broken. Sang-hoon slowly walked towards him. It's over. He still can't believe it. Over. What's he saying? I'm gonna die like this? No way. I've always been the one doing the killin'. It's always been that way. Always. Turns out Daka always took advantage of his teammates. This time, give it your all. Okay. The naive teammates nodded in agreement. With you, anything's possible. He even glanced back at him. I believe in you. But sadly for this young man, he was full of hate until the moment he died. Why? Please don't do this. I'll do anything you say. And Dao Ka already thinks of himself as a predator. Back to reality, Sang-hoon's right in front of Dao Ka. Why? Haven't you ever felt this yourself? Are you scared? Now it's your turn. Soon, blood stained a big river red. Sang-hoon sat on the riverbank, wiping the blood off his sword. He still can't get used to stuff like this. He hasn't been reborn for long, and he probably won't get the chance to become a constellation. Wait, but it was self-defense. Oh well, whatever. Then he turned to look at the pile of items on the side. These items are giving off a weird glow. The system also announced, you got 8 sacred objects in this dungeon. He was laughing his butt off. Guess this loot's mine. Sang-hwan slowly stood, smoothing out his robes. His stats popped up too. Name, Din Sang-win, level 10, title, overwhelming power, +2. Constellation, unique skill, holy object absorption, holy objects absorbed, 11 horsepower, 400 mana, 50 expects 12. The status windows also flash the info. Strength 37, stamina 30, agility 28, mana 20, luck 19, evasion 20, defense 20. Looking at the info made Sang-hoon giggle like crazy. He wished he dodged that mess, but the payoff's totally worth it. Just glad he didn't get fat eating all that holy stuff. Based on stats alone, ain't he already level 50 strong? How far back did he even go? His growth rate is seriously bonkers. And Sang-hoon slowly reached into his pocket, too. Quickly pulled out a ring that looked super familiar. It was the restoration ring. Silver holy relic support equipment, ring type, special effect, restoration, use effect, consumes 10 mana to instantly clear all abnormal statuses. If used again within a minute, the next mana cost doubles. This got Hwine hyped, thinking about Ho coming at him, that first dude who charged. Wad guess he'd have a holy relic that cancels abnormal statuses. Wait, means if I trust that stun skill 100%, I am totally screwed. Gotta be extra careful next time. Systems flashing a new notification. Mana synchronization with recovery starts now. Back to dungeon 101, secret passage vibes. Monsters still grinding away. Suddenly, one monster spots something weird. Turns out Sang-hyun's blindfolded and coming at him with his sword. Slow steps, but he's still playing it safe. He knows the deal. Getting that lucky day title means doing something like this. He needs a player to slay 500 monsters while blindfolded. Monsters are kinda surprised to see Sang-hyun challenging himself. Real quick, they notice Sang-hyun's blindfolded, mocking him. Still ain't moving, has getting impatient. When's the lady monster gonna attack? Monster's mouth twisted into a nasty smile. At the same time, he sensed something. He could feel their presence. Gotta feel the airflow, listen up all around. Focus, gotta stay focused. Sounds echo around, and Sang-hwan sensed footsteps like water dripping, but all the noise around made him even more on edge. Spotting an opening, Sang-won thought, quick, I found it. Monster charged straight in with a big axe. With the main character aura, he could easily smash those monsters with basic punches. Their corpses hit the ground hard, nasty sight. Sang-hwan was kinda digging what he just did. Feels pretty sweet. Just when he was vibing with himself, an arrow came flying. Even blindfolded, he knew something was up. Super quick, he swatted the arrow away. I guess I am getting the hang of this. Sang-hoon's seriously up. Can even snap a bow in half. Bam! Monster archers stunned, just frozen in place. Sang-hoon slowly strolled over, sighing. Man, that was a super close call. But thanks to that, I remembered the past, and guess it sharpened my instincts. Alright then, come to daddy, you bastards. No way they'll let him keep taunting him. Monsters charged in to attack. Sang-hoon's no joke either, swinging his huge sword non-stop. Monster heads went flying in the air right away. The more Sang-hoon fought, the more hype he got. Monster corpses just piled up high. Watching Sang-hoon butcher those monsters, the monster on the side got real scared. After a bit, blood dripped off Sang-hoon's sword, splatting the ground. The place was a mess. Monster guts everywhere. And system kept spamming notifications. You have leveled up. You got the D rank title. Lucky day. Sang-hoon was stoked, even though it seemed like he didn't do much. Systems dishing out info on lucky day. D rank title. Title effect. Luck +20. Extra effect. Every time you beat the same type of monster, your luck stat goes up by 0.1, maxing out at 10. Sang-hoon thought it was getting interesting. Still collecting titles. He didn't know monsters were creeping behind him though. Just seeing their enemy filled them with fury. but seeing their dead buddies piled up, they were shaking, and they didn't dare move closer. Sang-hwan walked over with his sword, ready to keep mowing them down. Or should I use this chance to get more stats? You guys are just handing yourselves to me. A sec later, the system showed the player's info, same name, same level, same title, constellation, unique skill, and holy object absorb. Holy object absorbs 11 HP 500, mana 60, experience 223, status window with the goods, strength 37, stamina 20, agility 28, mana 20, luck 49, evasion 20, defense 20. Sang-hwan checked his profile and chuckled. He got super hyped up. I didn't think just one title would boost my luck stat to 30. That's better than most platinum titles. Could this be worth 500 million? Or even a billion? The system popped up a serious warning. Your surroundings are starting to blur. Sang-hwan was still thinking about what had happened. Finally, in this life, he could buy a house. He turned around, but the sight in front of him froze him. The system kept showing notifications. 3 believers have found you. The purger of the fallen youth asks if you're down to make others unlucky. The pilgrim of the great forest is curious about your mystery and wants to chat. The god of luck smiles at you and reaches out. Delete. All 3 suddenly appeared in front of Sang-hwan, looking at him with anticipation. Sang-hwan still couldn't believe that 3 gods were standing right in front of him. 3 constellations have found you. He smiled with unbelievable joy. Too fast. 3 constellations. He immediately asked, did you guys like my performance? As soon as Sang-hwan finished talking, the god of luck stepped closer to him. Her actions confused me. She's so forward. I've never seen this before, not even in my past life. This is not good. I gotta be confident. The goddess of fortune is staring at him with huge excitement. She's showing interest in you. The goddess of fortune is super interested. She says she's never seen a swordsman this lucky. Sang-hwan gave a nervous smile, unsure how to explain. Lucky? My luck stat really is high, but this secretly makes him happy. Good. Looks like these constellations are also interested in making a deal. Time to play it cool. The Void Tracker is coming in hot. The Void Tracker praises your hidden cruelty. He's calculating silently. The Void Tracker, a typical killing constellation. Is it into me cause I've wiped out so many monsters so quickly? The system kept announcing, the Great Wilderness Pilgrim is curious about your hidden talent. This is the character Sang-hwan was curious about. I don't get why the Great Wilderness Pilgrim showed up. I heard this constellation only shows up to players who are kind. And like I thought, I was hoping she'd show. The goddess of fortune. She's rumored to be pretty popular among the constellations. As if sensing Sang-hwan's attention, the goddess of luck glanced at him quickly. She kept explaining. The goddess of luck said she wasn't possessive. She stressed that even if you picked her, you could still sign deals with other constellations. This news kinda surprised Sang-hwan. Really? He got even smugger. Okay, this is a total win. The archer closes his eyes and fires, but still nails the target, thanks to the blessings of the world. He never runs out of arrows, the miraculous archer. Those are the highest praises for the archer Hatch Kinlean, with insanely high luck stats and crazy power. Some people thought he was cheating, but really, it's because Hez got deals with 2 constellations. The one who makes the impossible possible is the goddess of luck. Thinking about this, Sang-hwan awkwardly said something to the 3 about having 3 constellations show up at the same time like this. All 3 looked at him quickly with expectant eyes. The 3 constellations said that you should stop worrying and make a choice quick. One constellation wondered if it had picked the wrong person. Sang-hwan sighed at that. These constellations are really something. The goddess of luck is a solid pick, but if I think about the chance that no other constellations might show up later, then this choice will decide my life as a player. After being a player for over 10 years, only one constellation reached out to me. The late bloomer. Their appearance was like a savior. I was so happy, even though my life had always been unlucky. I thought the future would be brighter. But in the end, nothing changed, even at 55. That is right. I never got anything from the constellations. So, the info on the screen, the late bloomer thing. After hitting level 850, all stats and relics double. Sang-hyun was kinda amused by that. Cause of that crazy condition, levels just crept up. The late bloomer after level 800, all stats and relics triple. He sighed, remembering he couldn't use the constellation's main power. No, he didn't even think about using it. But hey, thanks to him, I regressed, so gotta be grateful. So gotta be extra careful now, cause no more regressions for sure. Sang-hyun glanced at the pilgrim, feelin' the divine power. Looks like the fake sweep's still hopin' for some big damage. The god of lucks. Still waitin' for some good fortune. All 3 choices got Sang-hyun super hesitant. Me. After some thought, he tapped the system screen to confirm. Contract established with the god of luck. This time, Lady Luck's the chosen one. Once made, the contract lasts till the player dies, up to 30 years. The dimensions carefully watchin' the contract between Din Songwon and the god of luck. 15 friendly constellations are stoked about your contract and wish ya luck. 3 grumpy constellations are bettin' against ya, hoping to crush ya. Sangwon was kinda surprised after reading that. Why am I suddenly getting attention? Well, you know how to pick Lady Luck. Looking forward to your help from now on, Lady Luck. She slowly reaches out, their hands gently touching. That little touch made Lady Luck kinda happy. She praises your smart choice. Sang Hwan keeps looking around. Now's the time. Info keeps popping up on the screen. Lady Luck's contract. All your attacks deal critical damage. When you get a unique artifact or better, the effect's always unlocked and boosted. When you beat a mid-level boss, you always get an artifact, no matter the rank. Sangwon froze for a sec with all that info. How are these all game-breaking effects? The system keeps notifying if you put upgrade points in luck. Each point boosts the stat by 2 instead of 1. That effect works on all stat points you put in so far, too. He freezes for a sec and there's still more. 100% critical hit rate and boosted drop rate. Finally, some real compensation for Sang Hwan. Just then, the goddess of fortune turned to the other gods standing there and asked what their offers were. Sang Hyun told the two gods, "Alright, you can both leave. I should only focus on one god for now." Though bummed, both gods huffily left. Pilgrim of the great forest heard, and we'll see you later. Purging faker of the fallen dimension, we warn you to be careful because one day they will come to behead you. Sang Hyun didn't know what to say. Do these two like me? The goddess of fortune chuckled, saying she realized he was pretty attractive. Things were getting better, making him super happy. With this much of the goddess of fortune's effect, he shouldn't be too greedy for now. Don't rush, and a better chance will come. Scene cuts to dungeon 101, the final boss room. A crazy fight's going down. Sang Hyun's still battling the boss. Even Lady Luck's surprised watching from the sidelines. He's super hyped after fighting for a bit. This is the final boss spot. Come on, you idiot. Loud noises burst out as the boss monster blocked his attack. Sang Hoon's recklessness just made it angrier. It's the final boss, the gluttony monster. Like it got a power-up, it kept swinging its axe at Sangwon. Sensing it was getting dicey, he backed off quick. The gluttony monster's eyes were wild as it roared non-stop. Loud sounds came rushing at Sangwon. The boss monster unleashed its scary aura. Sangwon wasn't scared at all. He was actually stoked. Finally, intimidation. Even if it doesn't paralyze, it can break through my mental defenses. Without thinking too much, Sang Hoon yelled, "Recover!" The greedy monster used all its power for a direct attack. Realizing something was up, it was a bit startled and confused. Sang Hoon was still totally unbothered by the attacks. Just like I thought, this skill's got clear limits cause it ain't a full seal. Prob best to just use it on smaller bosses. The system notified, recovery skill, level 1, activated. He had a super excited smile on his face. Time to test my luck, I guess. Recovery removed the threat. The scene startled the gluttonous monster. Before it could react, a sword hit its shoulder and its threatening stance was slowly nullified. Sangwon defeated it smugly, thinking, did you think that would work? Just like he thought, the system said Tier 1 orbital strike activated, stunning the gluttonous monster for 2 seconds. Seizing the chance, he coldly looked at it. 2 seconds. Not wasting a moment, Sang Hoon charged to attack. Another 2 seconds. The system announced the first delay effect activated, guaranteeing the stun would last another 2 seconds. Despite its best efforts, it seemed to be in vain as the monster moved. Seung-hwan didn't hesitate and kept attacking relentlessly. Your sword strike is incredibly decisive now. The second delay effect triggered with a 90% chance for the skill to stun for an extra 2 seconds. This news excites you, and you rush in front of the gluttonous monster, hitting it a second time. The gluttonous monster's body is covered in wounds. Amidst the thick dust and smoke, Sang Hoon stands still. The gluttonous monster's corpse also collapses. The system pops up a notification. Congratulations. You cleared the suffocating monster swamp dungeon. You leveled up. Song-hwin breathes a sigh of relief. You got the D-rank title, Don't Touch Me. A long period of constant fighting has left you a bit exhausted. It's finally over. Info about Don't Touch Me appears too. D-grade title, title description, luck plus 30, stealth plus 10, accompanying effect. You can enhance a skill. The player system will add buffs based on its conditions. Sang-hwan is super exhausted. He remembers the scene from earlier. Those bastards followed me in here to the dungeon. Thank God I am still young. But am I pushing my body too hard? The goddess of luck appears, saying you must be super lucky to do everything today. He looks up in surprise. Wouldn't a normal person say it's cause I am good? She keeps adding her own interpretations in different ways. The goddess of luck says, being blessed by her is also a skill, and she's happy to support such a lucky person. Sang Hwan is speechless. She changes her mind so fast. The goddess of luck thinks it's all thanks to her. He constantly reviews the info on the screen. First, let me upgrade my luck stat. The luck stat is already over 100. Once the stat's over 100, all related effects increase by 10%. For example, stealth stat increases the success rate of stealth, and lux increases the drop rate of holy objects. Info about Kunith's shield pops up. Silver, relic support item, equipment type, shield, special effect, sacrifice, defense effect plus 20. The shield was left behind by the monster warrior. Cunit, when using mana, increases the shield's effectiveness, and converts receive damage to health. However, mana will be constantly consumed in the process. Sanghun turns to the goddess of luck and comforts her. It's okay. Thanks to you, I secured the drop rate. If that's the case, does the increased luck stat affect the grade of the relic that drops? The system pops up a notification beginning mana resonance with Kunit's shield. The goddess of luck quickly jumps to hug Sanghun. At least she's less trouble than belated learning. The scene shifts to near Dam Sit Station, the mission area. The staff member shakes her head in refusal, utterly helpless. I can't. Sanghun is super confused and hurriedly explains, I know what you're trying to say, but I've thought it through. She lowers her head helplessly. I am so sorry, but could you reconsider? This is too much for me. You don't know how many corpses I've seen today. Songwin doesn't know what to do next. I can't afford to get sick again here. Time shifts back 2 hours to the Hunan Expressway. Sang-hyun in his supercar happily reminisced about the food he'd eat. He would have worried because it was a monster shield, and the rice and kimchi from Ninsula. Luckily, it was just rice and kimchi. Suddenly, the supercar stopped mid-road, issuing warnings. Looking at the warnings, he was super confused. What's going on? Where'd all these warning lights come from? Do I need a new car? He thought, wait, the car's one thing, but I need to move fast. Seems I am strangely targeted by criminals. I can't live in fear like this. Moving to Player Town where there's constant surveillance would be easier. And with the relics I need, I should buy more equipment to make things easier. Thinking about this made Sang-hyun pensive. Right now, all I can think is that I need money. A whole lot of cash. And the only way to rake in that kind of dough is through the system made for players, quests, and the player associations there to manage those quests. Inside the player association system, I can do this. No, I gotta do this. Inside the car, Sang-hyun's all hyped. Wait for me, quest arena. Back to reality, things are proving tougher than he thought. No dice. Can't believe he's getting blocked at the entrance. The staff lady, super serious, tells him, please, stick to dungeons that suit your level. Why are you so set on a level 100 dungeon? You don't even have a ranking yet. Sang-hwan, totally serious, retorts, I promise I won't cause any trouble. Trust me. He's thinking, I am only level 17, but low-level areas are just a waste of time. The staff's so fed up with Sang-win, she's practically in tears. I've heard that line a million times. Guess what happens? Just go to a low-level dungeon, please. Sang-hyun's kinda helpless. He gets her point. Tons of people have died from overconfidence, but I gotta stay focused. He firmly tells the staff, no, I have to go in. While they're still arguing, Kim, I strolls up and asks, is there a problem? The staff hurriedly explains, oh, hello. It's nothing. Spotting Sang-hyun, she calls out, hey, you're from the Eden Guild, Kim Mai, level 100 a plus player. Sang-hyun's a little stunned to see her. Kim Mai, the legendary sharpshooter. She's the first player to hit level 100 and snag the sharpshooter title. But on top of her skills, she's famous cause she's the daughter of biotech company chairman Kim Tae-tong. Besides Kim Mai, there's Din Trang-lai, known as the country's best assassin, and Dao Min-lu, one of the best swordsmen, all in the same guild. That's the Eden Guild. She's the Eden Guild's daughter. Basically, this girl was born with a silver spoon. Kim I smiles and walks up to greet him. I don't think we've met before. I've been watching you though. Why are you so interested in a level 100 quest? Sang-hwan calmly says, I need the money. The peeps behind them are whispering. Kim I strikes up a convo. Did you see that guy's attitude? He's nuts. Just ignore him. She's just being nice to a level 17 newbie. Gwen's kinda speechless. I heard all that. You jerks. Kim I ignores them and keeps chatting. Entering this place will be tough for you. He nods, understanding. I am well aware of that. For sure. High risk, high reward. Even though I am kinda tired, I am not acting like this cause I hate her. Even though she rejected my team application in the past, Kim, I was super embarrassed back then. I'm sorry. Sang-hwan's always polite. It's okay. Even though I've been rejected before, it's nothing personal. Kim is still smiling and chatting. You know you can't enter the quest solo, right? Right? Sang-hyun's startled, like he just realized something. Now that I think about it, the solo quest ban's not lifted for another 4 years. He chuckles, then quickly turns and leaves. Must-V misread the announcement. Thanks. She finds this dude kinda interesting. So, wanna come with me? This offer stuns Sang-hyun. The crowd's buzzing like crazy. She really said that to him? I wish she'd invite me. So jealous. But Sang-hyun stands firm. Were you plotting? He asked, real cautious-like. So, what's the catch? She just laughed, looking at him. Can't I just help out another player? But Sang-hyun was still kinda sus. I got trust issues, you know. Seeing his mind was made up, Kim, I felt kinda helpless. Seriously, I ain't asking for nothing. Instead of a catch, just promise me one thing. If you let me down, you're gonna pay. But if you do what you say, I'll totally apologize for being like this. Huynh was like, gotcha, got it. A weird, almost creepy smile showed up on his face. She's testing me. Kim is a big deal, not just cause she's a top player. Anything she wears goes through the roof. Kim isn't just the daughter of Yin Shiol Biotech's big boss, she's a deadly sharpshooter too. Everyone hangs on her every word. Gotta know her secrets, all the rumors about her dream guy. But if she thinks you're just a lazy player, kiss your gaming career goodbye. Thinking this, Sang-hwan walks up to Kim Mai. Why don't we head out now? He thought to himself. This is gonna be good. The staff guy's like, just wait here. Then, Mississippi Kim Mai slowly walked inside. Take your time with your stuff. It'll take a bit. Looking kinda tired, she went in. All the guild members are booked up. Ugh, how annoying. Guess I gotta find some rando to team up with to get in. Suddenly, a voice pops up in Kim Mai's ear. Please, trust me. The staff dude with the badge is still pushing. Miss Kim Mai, here's your rank badge. And just by chance, Kim Mai's got a reason to go with Din Sangwon. To meet the minimum squad size for the mission, Sangwon and the staff member kept arguing. You're bothering me too much. Who's really getting bothered? This is annoying Kim Mai too. In a crowd, she called out a super confident player where no one has a clue what he can do. Well, this is pretty interesting for her. Remembering something, Kim, I turns to the staff and asks, hey, what mission's he trying to do? The staff's Russian, hold on a sec, here at Island. Kim, I was kinda surprised, checking out the mission. It's a defense mission, blow up all monsters attacking the tower. If the tower's core gets busted, mission's a bust. Monster type, wolf. Monster count, 300. Level needed, 100. Mission payout, 500 million. Accept or decline? Kim, I frowns a little, lost in thought. Not a collection or huntin' mission, but a defense one. These missions are all about taking out every monster that comes at ya. Everyone knows you need an area of effect guy in a 4-person squad, but he's trying to solo it. Without me, this dude's definitely toast. Sayin-Huynh kinda read Kim Mai's mind. You worried? She gives a weak smile. Nah, you must have misheard. He chuckles. Just noticed you went quiet, so I was wondering if you were getting worried. If it's too tough, we could find more bodies to tag along, or get some support, like another area of effect guy. Or before saying, Juan could finish his sentence, can I grab his hand tightly? She accepts the mission, super annoyed. No, San Juan ain't no problem here. The system's all like, mission accepted. Now, get ready to teleport. Poof, they vanish before everyone's eyes. It all happens super fast. The staff guy's remembering. Since Kim, I went with him, it'll all be good, right? Right? Nothing bad. No one knows what's gonna happen. Folks are chatting it up. Think he'll actually pull it off? No way. He's only level 17. How's he gonna take on level 100 monsters? But, Kim, I wouldn't just drag him along for nothing, right? She's getting hyped as the youngest A+ rank player right now. Think her judgment's that bad? You know about the Player Association revamping the rating system, right? Right? Yep, I know. Its cause rating based on level alone isn't accurate, right? That's right. There's 2 things you need to get ranked. First, how many dungeons you cleared. Second, overall how good you are in a fight, right? So, Kim got A+, just cause she's good in a fight, huh? But why A+ and not just A? Looks like everyone's catching on to something. Obvi, it's cause there's bigger monsters above her, right? The crowd's still buzzing, but that's not what matters right now, is it? Heck, gotta roll with Kimai. I am so jealous. Scene, night defense mission against wolves, super gloomy and quiet. Asterisk. Kimai's up high, silently watching the scene. She spots Sang-Win standing in the middle of the road. Words have consequences, you know. If things get hairy, I'll jump in, duh. Suddenly, she sees a weird smile on Sang-Win's face. She's kinda thinking, remembering hope this wakes him up a bit. Flashback, 30 minutes earlier. Asterisk. Kim, I was a bit surprised. What'd you say? Sang-Win keeps going. That's right. Don't jump in till I say so. Just focus on helping me, and I'll give you 5%. Kim, I can't believe what he's saying. No way. Did I hear that right? Did I? He nods hard. That is right. Just for helping, you get 5%. Not bad, right? Sang-Wan's weird moves got her speechless. Think I'll fall for that deal? You can't handle this solo. There's like 300 of them. 300. Even at level 100, this mission's super hard to solo. Suddenly, Kim, I was kinda surprised seeing Sang-Win's face. Has all smug, not scared at all. Just you wait. Back to the present. Asterisk. Kimai sighs, watching Sang-Huin's back. Fine. If you miss one monster, your cut drops by 1%. Miss 95, you get nothing. Got it. Then, a mutated wolf's paw creeps forward. It starts with 2 fierce wolves glaring at Sang-Win like they want to eat him. Sang-Win raises his dirty sword, all smug. Sorry, that ain't happening. The wolf glares, but is still cool, kinda amused cause I ain't gonna miss a single one. As he finishes talking, the wolves charge. Seeing the fight start, Kim Mai gets curious and watches close. The next thing she sees freezes her. Sang Hwan's, slicing and dicing monsters non-stop. He even lands all cool, monsters dropping hard below. Sang Hwan smirks, turning to say, compared to how they look, their screams are kinda cute. Standing off to the side, watchin'. Kim is a little stunned. He's really not just any player. That last hit was sick. Hez using that big sword perfectly, and his moves are spot on like Dr. Menlo from my guild said, offense and defense. And best of all, Hez not wasting any moves, taking out a bunch of monsters at once. Sang Hwan's moves made Kimai rethink him, but he's also too cocky. She keeps watching as the wolves charge straight at Sang Hwan. So many monsters, no way even a level 17 can handle that many. He's gonna get wrecked. She sees how pumped he island. Hold up, something's been weird this whole time. Why are the monsters here anyway? Sang Hwan quickly used his level 1 divine battle skill. The wolves froze, trembling and not moving an inch. No way, stunned. She couldn't believe had stunned the wolves. Kim was so busy watching, she almost tripped. The battle was still raging on fiercely, though. Lucky for Kim, she grabbed the wall just in time. That was close, super dangerous, but she totally stunned them. 4 whole seconds. She stunned them 4 seconds longer than Minlu. He can use that debuff to wipe out the monsters. Who is this guy? Anyway, Sang Hwan's still taking down the wild wolves. Why is it so easy? But what he saw next made him freeze. A hurt wild wolf suddenly got blown into the air and died. Loud explosions everywhere. Wild wolves getting blown away. Sang Hwan kinda figured it out. You're finally here. Black wolf. Just like he thought. The boss charged right at him. Looked super fierce. Mouth wide open, like it wanted to eat him. He wasn't scared at all, standing in front of the black wolf. Didn't see this monster much in his past life, but this thing felt familiar. The system suddenly gave a notification. Because the black wolf appeared, the stun debuff is applied. This time, Sang Hwan was a little shocked. He was stunned too. Up above, Kim I was still watching everything. Purple beams rushed at her, but she was protected by a golden barrier, thanks to the Holy Relics effect. You're not affected by the stun debuff. She understood something now. That's right, the black wolf can also use stun. She was so busy watching, she totally forgot. She was just thinking about how to scold him. This is dangerous. Thinking about it, she can understand the stun skill, but it's rare to find a way to get rid of it at a low level. At the same time, the system gave a notification. Due to recovery, the stun debuff has been removed. After the stun wore off, Sang Hwan grabbed his sword and charged. Seeing him so excited made Kim a little dazed. Is this even possible? His greatsword stance is almost perfect, and the stun duration is unusually long, and he got rid of the debuff. At level 17, the black wolf was a little scared to see Sang Hwan right in front of it. He looked at the fierce black wolf in front of him. You thought your prey was stunned and helpless, but now I am free. And in your moment of panic, Sang Hwan's sword went deep into the black wolf's hide. Fighting it excited him. The outcome of this battle is decided, because the black wolf was losing consciousness. The stun state couldn't stop it, and it crashed hard to the ground. Sang Hwan slowly got up, pushing the fur aside. My clothes are all dirty. I thought I could slide through. If things are like this, should I do something for fun? Kim Mai witnessed everything. The idea of an ordinary person with such power intrigued her. What exactly is he? Sang Hwan sat there, tired. The black wolf had also collapsed in front of him. The system gave a notification about the defense mission. Eliminate all wolf-type monsters. Monsters eliminated. 299. Monsters required. 300. Continuous level up notification sounded. He laughed happily. My level is going up super fast. Received the D rank title. Fearless title effect. Resistance to all negative status effects from wolf monsters except for bosses. Remembering something, Sang Hwan looked back. Kim, I was secretly watching from above. The corners of his mouth turned up in a smile. Her doubtful look was gone, and now she seemed to be in full observer mode. He sighed, and stood up quickly. If there's an audience, the performer can't rest, right? So let's quickly take care of this first. A ferocious wolf monster glared at Sang Hwan, wanting to devour him. He felt things were getting more interesting. Ready? As soon as he opened his mouth, the wolf boss, Berserker Full Moon Wolf, charged with a roar. That's seriously strong. A huge explosion goes off from the ground. Too bad, Sang Hwan dodged with his agility, even though it's supposed to be unpredictable. But after 30 years, all your moves are recorded. I should call you predictable now. Sorry, but I know all your moves. With that, he zoomed past the dire wolf with his sword. I thought it was strong, but one punch, and it's down. System, notification, due to dire wolf skill resistance, Demon War cannot be activated. Sang Hwan sighed in awe, as expected of a level 100 boss. It's the first time my skill's been blocked. Kim Mai, watching, was shocked and surprised. Isn't this crazy? She was thinking a lot, not just the stun, but how to prevent it. He carries that big sword like it's paper. After getting up, the dire wolf still wouldn't give up, and charged at Sang Hwan. It opened its jaws wide to tear him, but it was all for nothing. The dire wolf's eyes widened, like it couldn't believe it. It suddenly roared, like it was going nuts. Sang Hwan kept defending with his big sword, super agile. Realizing it had met an opponent it shouldn't have, the dire wolf was a little startled, and most of all, he could predict the wolf's sudden moves. Sang Hwan's gaze turned ice cold. I told you. I know everything. I suffered so much in my past life. Kimai was still watching, and the most ridiculous thing was that he was totally showing off to me. The more Sanghan watched, the more interested he got. Who is that guy? The battle between Sanghan and the violent wolf continues, a truly fierce battle. As time goes on, I am starting to get tired. This battle's lasting longer than I thought. Enough showing off in front of Kim Mai. I am going crazy. If I keep this up, I'll die of exhaustion. The violent wolf is still super strong. It charges from side to side to attack. I am shouting mad, but how does it still have so much energy? At this rate, I'll collapse before that thing even arrives. My stamina's almost gone. Realizing something, Sang Hoon's eyes show a hint of panic. At the same time, the dire wolf was about to catch up in that stance. A powerful but flawed attack, creating an opening to counterattack, a feint to unleash a decisive blow. That's the Wolf King's signature move, the one that's claimed countless player lives. A smile of excitement spread across Sang Win's face. I haven't used that in real combat before, but sometimes a little courage is necessary. With that, he charged straight at the direwolf to counterattack. Just as he predicted, an attack came swinging from its hand. Seeing the situation get worse, I got worried. This time, Sang Hwan got hit and stumbled back in pain. She was so worried, she collapsed to the ground in disbelief. Tears streamed down her face, and she even blamed herself, thinking she was stupid and didn't deserve to be a player. Even though he showed her his amazing skills, standing by and watching like that was the same as killing him. I am sorry, Ding Sang Hoon, she said, when suddenly a dazzling light flashed, catching Kim Mei's attention. Her eyes filled with hope as she looked at the light. The system displayed a notification about the item he used, the C-Unit shield, which after being absorbed, had shattered and disappeared forever. At the same time, the special sacrifice effect was activated. The system displayed information about this sacrifice skill, special effect, activation condition, recovery, cooldown time, 30 seconds. All damage dealt to the designated body part will be converted into healing magic. If the damage exceeds the player's maximum health, they will recover health equal to their maximum health. Back to the previous evening, Sang Hwan was a little surprised. A conditional healing skill. After absorbing it, it might be very useful. The system continues to prompt, please select the body part to sacrifice. The system screen clearly displays various parts, both front and back. You ponder for a while. Please select the part you want to use. It's really detailed, a total of 16 parts. That's a lot. Usually, the safest choice would be the back, but since the back's also divided into 4 parts, it won't be as effective. If so, then, I'll use it strategically. Back in reality, Sang Huan's wounds are gradually healing. It's working. Thanks to the sacrifice effect, the player's health has been fully restored. Sanguine gripped his sword tightly, looking towards the tyrant. If I misjudge even slightly, I'll be dead instantly. That was close. I didn't expect to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The system's giving me a notification. Water combat skill, level 1, activated. I am heading over to that dire wolf, lucky or unlucky, who knows. That arm he used to bait me with was already chopped off. Who knew it could ignore resistance and stun me? Alright then, let's get on with this luck test. A bit later, Kimai's making her way down. Sangwon's still happily staring at the dire wolf's corpse, thinking that stun only works 3 times. Should I be happy with that? Kimai's slowly walking over here. Hearing steps, I spun around. Surprised. She's here. Kimai's face kinda showed some surprise seeing that scene. She sighs. If you had healing skills, you should have told me sooner. Almost gave me a heart attack. By the way, you got like 2 lives or something? He's like, startled by that. How'd you predict the Wolf King's move so clearly? I've met tons of swordsman players, but never anyone as mysterious as you, Din Sang-hoon. It felt like. Suddenly the next thing surprised Kim I. Sang-hoon's face went super weird with a kinda creepy smile. What?